not forget, there are 6 months of non-hurricane season that these municipalities can get ready. I mean, this really should be one of their top priorities.
Whether it was searching for answers on permitting delays, substantial damage letters, or who to hold accountable, people across the Bay Area face hurdle after hurdle to get back into their homes after last year's storms swept through the state.
Many of those questions and concerns remain, especially for folks who are still stuck outside their homes 8 months after Hurricanes Helene and Milton. News Channel 8's Capitol Bureau reporter Mackenzie Laporte is inside the State House with a hurricane bill now awaiting the governor's approval.
As families and communities focused on rebuilding their homes and businesses, the pressure was on here at the State House to craft legislation to address relief, recovery, and response, especially when it came to permitting delays. After Hurricanes Helene and Milton, residents in the Bay Area were met with frustration waiting on permits to rebuild their lives.
The fact that we're going, 8 months into, post-hurricane Helene, and some folks have yet to get a permit in some of these jurisdictions, to me, it was just unacceptable.
These challenges pushed lawmakers to pass legislation that requires cities and counties to post detailed post-hurricane permitting plans by May 1st of each year.
It's still a long and very frustrating process, but if we can, cut the time in half, it's gonna make a huge difference.
The bill also looks to prevent the bureaucratic ping pong residents face between local agencies and FEMA.
We saw a lot of back and forth between local governments and then FEMA. How does this help kind of ease that?
I think it's going to clarify the communication. I've heard a lot of folks say, FEMA wants me to do this or that. Well, FEMA is really just a funding mechanism.
DeSegli says property owners should get their answers directly from their local government and not have to bounce around trying to get permits.
So I think if we can, kind of get that line of communication directly with the government entity that's responsible for processing these permits, I think that's going to ease a lot of the confusion and really streamline that.
And over on Capitol Hill, the plan to wean off FEMA only continues, with President Trump saying he wants to phase out the agency and give it less money.
A disaster is first your responsibility, local government, then state government, and then the federal government can be a financial partner. But they do not provide. They're not a first responder.
A FEMA revamp looks like it could happen after this hurricane season. Trump says states would receive less federal aid to respond to natural disasters. As of now, the hurricane bill here at the State House awaits the governor's approval. In Tallahassee, Mackenzie Laporte, 8 on your side.